certifications that I need to get to fulfill this job.
Okay. We'll omit that one. You're already a resident there, right?
Yes, I own, I have a house on Murray Street, and I raised 3 children in it, and I don't plan on going anywhere. I want to retire here. I love the city of Lee.
What would you describe as your goals or your 5-year plan from now?
5-year plan.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully working for the city, doing the job that I'm applying for today.
Okay. Any other follow-up questions from me to council on any of those?
Do you have a salary expectation?
Yes and no. I hate talking about money, and I'm making decent money with the tribe. I don't know, and I actually didn't read how much you folks were offering, so I don't know. Like right now, I make $32 an hour with the tribe. So if I have to take a pay cut because I'm obviously not qualified for it, I mean, then so be it. And then come back to around when I get certifications, maybe.
This would offer benefits that you don't receive currently as well, correct?
I haven't received benefits for 15, 16 years. I don't have any retirement. I haven't had sick leave of any kind, holiday pay, nothing of that sort, or any benefits. Yeah, so.
Lee, you probably heard some of the discussion, I know you did, you're sitting there, about what the HR director said. You know, we're looking at possibly, if we have to, bring, for no better word, certified building inspector in. Would you have a problem shadowing that individual?
No. I'm always open to learn more. You know, obviously I don't know everything about, what goes on. I have an idea, but I would love to shadow the person, learn the ins and outs of the job, and whatever may come with it.
Okay, thank you.
Are you available immediately for employment, or would you need to give notice, or?
I have presently spoken to the tribe, my immediate supervisor, Anna Dalton, there at the housing, and I told her I was applying, and she said, we're kind of on a contract basis with them, so it's whenever the job was done, but she said if they needed you right away, then you go ahead, I can start as early as Monday.
Any other questions?
In your free time, how do you feel about going around the town and looking for and identifying problems and being kind of like a compliance officer as well?
I don't see a problem with that. I can definitely do that.
Anything else from the council? Okay. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Thanks, Lee.
So as our HR director mentioned, there is another application. The council is, and Jeanette can correct me if I'm wrong, tonight the council is free to hire this individual, postpone and interview the other one, consider both, or reject the application, or all options on the table, I guess, whatever the council would like to do.
My question is, Brad, is last day the 28th, Jeanette? Or whatever,
The 26th.
26th.
He will be on vacation.
He's on vacation when, next week? Come to the mic.
Brad basically is going to be working 2 more days. He'll be on vacation the last week. Other than that, and Brad, correct me if I'm wrong, he'll be here back Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday.
So, in the timing of this, if it's Monday's a holiday,
Yes.
correct, so when would you have to post another special meeting to get this, if we want to look at another
If we
individual?
post it tomorrow, then we have one.
Post it tomorrow before 9, and we could have the special meeting on next Thursday.
there we could consider also the
Yes.
contract applications that we got.
If I get it, I haven't gotten them, I've just spoke to people, the advertisement doesn't hit the paper until tomorrow, and
That's true.
yes, so I gave them till the 18th, I think is the date to get it in.
So with that, the way you just mentioned there, so this, it'd be a combination of an agenda item for an individual or a contract person?
Well, like we talked about last, I think we need to do both.
Yes,
Hire
both.
somebody and contract.
It would be two different, items.
Two different agenda items.
Yes.
All right, that's the last question. Thank you.
I have a question on that as well. So Brad kind of indicated that we didn't need a building official, that we could go with a building inspector. So I just kind of wanted to maybe get legal thoughts on that. As when we post again, should we be looking for a building inspector instead of an official?
The building inspector is what we need, we just don't have anyone qualified for it. And so that's why this is a building official, it's someone we can hire and get qualified with the help of contract inspectors.
Okay.
And that official would move into, because that's what, I wondered as I was listening tonight if we forgot, this is just an interview for a building official, not a building inspector, doesn't have the qualifications for that.
Okay.
Yeah, so we do need the inspector, very the most important position, but the idea is hire someone, put it out for a building official, and hopefully that person can get qualified to be our inspector with the help of our contract inspectors over the course of time.
Perfect, thank you.
And I don't know if this is the time to just kind of inject, when the salary question come up, is to keep in mind that if we're going to hire somebody as just the official and certified, getting certified up, we need to remember the cost involved in that will have to be budgeted along with that. So that's why I'm recommending we definitely go to the lower end of the salary to start.
Can you remind me what the low end was?
We advertised it 50,000 to 80,000, but that was for both an official and an inspector, so.
Depending, we listed as depending on experience.
On experience, correct.
Okay. So with that, what's the pleasure of the council?
I'd like to make the motion to go to the second option that we have to do, give a fair chance to the other people in that contract, and hopefully understand, that, you're not thrown to the curb, but I think we need to be fair with the other people that mail stuff into us.
So it'd be to have a special meeting next week.
Correct.
We would interview the other applicant. We would consider any proposals for the contract we received, and then make a decision on both those items.
Correct.
Okay.
That would have been my recommendation. I think because we didn't have a deadline on it necessarily, we should give any later applicants a fair chance.
Sure.
But I think today would basically be our deadline because we're posting tomorrow and we wouldn't be able to take any more applicants after tomorrow. So I think that it would be appropriate to have a deadline of today, at least to say that out loud, so we can have a decision by our special meeting.
Thank you, City Attorney Manuel. In this discussion, I missed that. Just remind the council that several years ago, the city had an open meeting law violation because they were hiring people without listing the names. And so if there's proposals, we better have those listed. And if Jeanette hasn't received any, we won't be able to put those on. We could put the applicant on for the interview. But we couldn't have the item to entertain proposals and possibly select one because we don't have one yet.
Right, so we have to be able to name tomorrow when agendas go out, and we have to post
Has to be posted before 9.
with names, and so I guess an informal deadline would be today. But just to put that out there, because I think if we didn't have a deadline, it would be unfair for individuals continuing to put applications in and not.
I understand. I mean, we could put, yeah, okay. Fair enough. Anything else? We have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, further discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you for your time.
Appreciate
See you
it.
next week. Thank you.
Lee, you should have to be a pro basketball player.
Right.
Let's see, we already did item 3, 4, and 5, we'll move on to item 6. Council members, City Fire Chief Stork, discussion for possible action, review of bids to purchase fire department personal property, no longer required for public use, with possible awarding of bids.
So I just wanted to note that, as Mayor Robertson mentioned, our DMV here is closed. Fire Chief Stork has been in Elko today, getting the new fire chief's truck licensed. That's why he's not here. And he was present for the opening of these bids yesterday. All of you have the bid tabulation in front of you. And so the high bid for the Ford Expedition was from Mario Valencia for $2,000. The high bid for the 2000 Suzuki Quadrunner was $200 from Ed Bell. And the tires did not receive a bid.
The question, where's the bid from Corey Hendrickson?
I see it in there.
It's okay.
It's in there.
I don't know what it is.
Oh, did you forget?
Okay, good enough, thank you.
I'll entertain a motion to accept the bids as received and reported by the clerk.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Arm wrestle. We have a first and a second from, we'll give it to Ed this time. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Here's-
Who was that second?
The second was from Councilman Street. On the tires, now that they haven't received any bid, can we just dispose of these, or what happens to those?
That is something that Fire Chief Stork wanted to address. He was hoping that he could reach out to individuals that he thought might be interested at this point, or
Since they've been
the council
advertised
make
and
a motion
offered.
to that effect, or he's hoping to just get something from them,
Some minimum.
some minimum. Would we need to put that on the agenda again, so he'd be authorized to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. We'll move on to item 7, Councilmember Treasurer Trask, discussion for possible action, approval for City Treasurer Trask to perform online transfers between the city and the bank accounts. Any questions on this, or anything that needs explaining?
Move to approve.
Motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimous. With that, we'll move on to item 9, public comment. Please state your name for the record. You'll have 3 minutes.
And Mr. Mayor, I just wanted to read, just in response to this earlier public comment, the open meeting manual does indicate that the public body may prohibit comments amounting to personal attacks. So we wouldn't want, just a reminder to not propose any personal attacks during public comment.
Okay?
I'm not sure what you're talking about, personal attack, so you let me know.
Oh,
Mr. Mayor, I've asked in the past, and I'm asking again, if the city notified non-meter power, they may have to move some of the power poles on Murray Street in a block where the new water and sewer lines are going to go in. In some areas, proper minimum handicap ADA passage is not available. There's not a 36-inch clearance for a wheelchair to pass through. Along other areas, there's only 1.5-foot passageway for a pedestrian to walk through without having to step into the street. This needs to be addressed before any curb gutter or sidewalk is replaced or installed along the project area. Mr. Mayor, on the corner of Ogden and Crawford Streets, a new meter box has been installed 11.5 feet from the property line, and a couple of bollards placed near it. Did Keith Carson pay for the bollards? Why didn't he put in curb and gutter to protect the meter box and stop the erosion in that area? Mr. Carson is or was a contractor and should know better. The bollards located more than 4 feet from the property line to protect are potential hazards located on the city right of way. If you look at the mailbox where it's at compared to the bollards, there's a major problem there. Mr. Mayor, goats need to be